All right, so the camera can follow me. There we go. Should be working now. If we move around, here we go. All right, guys, 1 second. I'm setting up some stuff behind the scenes here. All right, we are officially live on Facebook, and we are officially live on YouTube. Okay, we are on both platforms here. All right, good morning, everybody. Quite the snowy scene out there early this morning. This is something we were anticipating yesterday, with the model severely underestimating the potential of this lake effect, a multi-lake system here, which is, of course, providing us with some decent snowfall across the Mohawk Valley. Well, actually, I should say not so much the Mohawk Valley, mainly as you head westward toward Syracuse. Let's see if I load up the camera here. Yep, we got a good shot of the hill here in Deerfield. So I'm going to show a few cameras here to start. Let's see. Let me go and hide everything. And let's go to our tower cam. So here's a live view from our vantage point here on Smith Hill. This is where our TV station is located north of Utica. And you can see some snowfall coming down at a pretty good rate here. We head down to Utica itself. You can see the roadway is still a bit slushy. Side roads are still very slick in a lot of spots here. And so early this morning, you're going to want to make sure you budget as much time as you can getting to where you need to go as safely as possible. Let's talk about some accidents here. There were still several more that were reported earlier this morning. This is a crash on Route 28 French Road near Business Park Drive in Utica. One on Mason Street northbound near Albany Street. Let's zoom in here in Utica itself. Yeah, this is right here along French Road. An accident reported there. Some major slowdowns there as you get off of the Burstone Road exit. And then one over here in Utica itself, right here on Albany Street, or near Albany Street. This is an accident that's been on at least on our system for a while here. This is a crash on Lorena Road at Dawn Drive in North Rome up here. So there's a crash right there. And let's see, there's a couple more out near Syracuse. And still, you can see generally the throughway is pretty okay. And I'll show the throughway cameras here in a second. But I want to show the radar right now. So we have this snow band here. This is what we're looking at. If you guys are wondering, why atmospheric models severely underperform events like this, you can just look at the radar here. The radar itself looks relatively unimpressive. The heavy snow appears to be near Oswego. And then, of course, as you head to the Mohawk Valley, it looks pretty quiet, right? Yet, in the meantime, it was snowing pretty good in the Mohawk Valley the last several hours or so. And you could see the very faint signature of that snowfall moving through. And we have a multi-lake setup here. We look at the radar and satellite. This is coming from several Great Lakes here, going from Lake Superior to Lake Huron and eventually Lake Ontario itself. So this is why we're seeing it. And again, yesterday I mentioned that this would be an overperforming system here based off of what the models were telling us, which wasn't a lot. We go here to the cameras. Now, a few of them actually shut down literally as we were going live here. But you can see a snapshot of Burstone Road in the arterial right there in Utica, Route 12 and 20 intersection in Sangerfield. And still, same story. A lot of snow falling right now. Oh, and of course, the throughway cameras like to not work when I need to have it show up. This is working just moments ago. I kid you not. But either way, it's still very cold early today. And as we head throughout the morning, we're going to see this snow band continue to shift its way north. And here's the thing. It's going to shift north. It's going to still produce some snowfall in the Utica area over the next couple of hours before it eventually hits northwestern Oneida County and Lewis County by the early afternoon, with a few spritzy snow showers here and there. And then, of course, by the evening, it fizzles out, aside from some snowfall up near Old Forge. By tomorrow, that snow band sweeps south again. There could be some impacts to travel yet again tomorrow morning as that snow continues on. An Arctic front rolls through, and then the snowfall really begins, or at least the cold really begins to move in with some lake effect snow, potentially a bit more intense in some of these sections right here, south and west of Utica. I'm calling it now. The models aren't showing anything impressive. I personally think there will be something a bit more impressive in that snow band there with the strong winds we're expecting. So just be prepared for potential travel impacts Thursday evening. Friday is pretty quiet, but it is cold. We could see a brief round of snow begin to move in again from lake effect in the late evening, but at least the majority of the impacts are going to be as we head into Thursday morning and Thursday evening. So here's what I mean by the models underperforming this snowfall here. Basically, when the snowfall, at least on the computer models, show basically nothing, the models itself say there's no snow expected to accumulate. In the meantime, I think a lot of you do agree this is not a very accurate map here, and this will continue to be persisting through the next few days. With the snowfall underreported on a lot of these atmospheric models. Say the 4 to 7 inch range right here. I'm thinking this is going to extend a bit more into this zone here. So dark blue basically extending through sections of Onondaga County, southern Oneida County, and central Madison County as that strong wind really moves in heading into Thursday evening. So let's go back. Hopefully those cameras really begin to move in again because I really like to show the road conditions on the thruway right now. But anyways, let me just show you real quick Cooperstown right now, which is, of course, showing some snowfall right now, a decent snowfall rate. Not a whole lot, but enough to coat some roadways. A very narrow band you can see moving here through north of Syracuse into central Otsego County. But either way, we're going to see this snow band continue to move its way north. It's moving very, very slowly. So, yes, this is going to eventually move its way into the central Oneida County area and eventually up north. And the time frame of this, as I can see right now, will be into the mid-morning. I would say probably closer to 8:30. This is going to be hitting the Utica area, that band, shifting even more to the north, eventually by 10, 11 o'clock into northern Oneida County. It's a very slow-moving band. So in the meantime, again, we go back to the roads, and there's a lot of slowdowns, a lot of slick spots. Please, as much as I can stress enough this morning, to drive extra carefully, drive slowly to get to where you need to go. So I'm going to answer a few questions here. Those who have any questions here, both on YouTube and on Facebook. So let's start with Facebook here. So Nathan goes, I think the delays will switch any closings based off the weather in the Camden area. We always have a rule of thumb here. We don't usually forecast closings and delays because, it's our policy, I guess. But I can tell you right now, I mean, the snowfall is going to persist in the morning for especially in western Oneida County as it shifts north for pretty much the next several hours. I'm thinking it's going to weaken a bit more, but as I said before, the models here have been underestimating it, and sure enough, that's verified. Dominic goes, how much snow did we get last night in Utica? I can't give you an official number. We have no official reports yet from Utica. We have reports from other areas. In fact, let me load that up right now. Again, if you guys want to become a sky watcher for us, sending in your temperature and snowfall reports, it's much appreciated. We have a lot of people that have been doing that for the past several years. It's very beneficial. Let's see here. Couple inches in Clinton. We have someone that reported 5 inches in Clark Mills in the town of Kirkland. 3 more inches of fluff from Todd, a frequent sky watcher in Westdale. A few flurries in Edmiston. So we got a couple here. Of course, more snowfall reports, but they're from last night, so a bit outdated. But either way, it's still a very snowy morning out there. Andy goes, it's still snowing in Rome. Yep, I totally believe it here with the snow we're seeing right now. Darby goes, this is supposed to get better this morning. I need to travel to Utica from Forestport around 9 a.m. for an appointment. If you're in Forestport, I mean, Route 12, if you get into that area here, you'll be in a better situation. Obviously, you know that snow band's going to shift its way south. There might be some slick spots there, but obviously along Route 12, be a much better drive than, say, for example, some side roads here. I wouldn't cancel anything, but it largely depends on your comfortable or better word to describe it, comfortability, if you want to call it that, in driving in snowfall, your capabilities of your car and everything that you think could impact your drive-in. This morning, I mean, as you can see here, there's a lot of accidents, which I obviously, you know, I can't tell you exactly how they happened since all I see are the accident reports. But nonetheless, the roads there early this morning, very slippery. And I think a lot of spots, if you're driving too fast around a corner here, this snow is unrelenting. Andy goes, Rome has about 6 from last night and still coming down. Thank you for the report. Yeah, honestly, I mean, the model said last night that we'd get a trace to an inch. And I saw that and I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. There's no way we're going to trace to an inch of the way this lake effect's going to perform. And sure enough, this has been a much more impactful. Kendrick goes, all the throughway cameras in Little Falls, exit 40 are down. Yeah, thank you for that. Of course, they were literally working seconds before I went live, and I was excited to share you guys the road conditions. Some of you are heading out to work, but sure enough, they don't want to cooperate. Now, of course, we have a couple. We have Route 20 and Sangerfield and the arterial in Utica, but I mean, look at that. It's just everything going down when needed most. But I guess that's the way life works. Christine goes, be careful. The roads in Utica are horrible. Yes, this is very, very slick. Nathan goes, 7 to 8 inches in Camden, went out and measured. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely an overperformance here by any means. And if you have 7 to 8 inches, if you have more of that snowfall shifting north this morning, I mean, I wouldn't count it out entirely of having a snow day being used. Potentially, with the amount of snow days are being used, there have been some people that were mentioning the usage of remote learning days, which, I mean, I don't know if I was beyond that time frame of remote learning in school, so I'm not sure how useful it is. Dawn goes, so weird because there was nothing showing on the radar of Utica and the weather app. Yeah, this is what we mean. This is basically the type of situation we deal with here. We have 3 radars. We have one up in the Tug Hill area. We have one in Albany, and we have one down in Binghamton. We also have one out in Buffalo, too. But there's a radar hole that takes place because of the way that the radar scans go up in the atmosphere. This area here isn't a radar hole. So basically, what we call invisible snow, I know some of you like to joke about the term of that, of invisible snow, but that's what happens. The snow falls below the radar scans when temperatures are cold enough. Basically, the atmosphere is so dense that the snowfall in what's called the boundary layer, which is where that lake effect takes place, falls just low to the surface enough where it just fizzles out and you can't see it on the radar scans. But it's just as intense. And the models here just don't have a very good shot of forecasting it. So the radar shows nothing. Your weather app shows nothing. In the meantime, you're getting 4, 5, 6 inches of snow, and you're wondering where it came from. Well, this is the case here. Yeah, Deb goes, same story. Nothing showing up on the radar here in Oneida. 4 inches is still snowing. Yeah, this is the case here with lake effect. Go figure. Diane goes, the roads are very slippery, even with 4-wheel drive. Yes, thankfully, I didn't have to turn on my 4-wheel drive today. There were a few spots in the early morning where I was driving through about maybe 3 or 4 inches of unplowed snow, which again just has to do with the intensity of the snowfall very quickly moving in. Again, just let some time for the crews to plow the roadways. But regardless of whether they're plowed or not, there are still some areas that are going to be snow covered for quite some time as the snow continues on this morning. Jew goes, how is Route 5S from Little Falls to Utica? Let's go here. Little Falls to Utica along Route 5S. So it doesn't appear to be that bad right now. A lot more green here. Again, the thruway, I think the Route 5 section heading westbound from Utica is a much worse story compared to heading from, say, Herkimer to Utica. But from Little Falls here, yes, there may be some snow-covered roadways. I can try to see. I mean, this might be just a pointless effort here, but I mean, with the traffic cameras going down at the worst time, yeah. I wish I could tell you, but the traffic cameras went down at the most inopportune time frame. So Rennie goes, I live in Utica, went to go to work in Kirkland and turned around. It was slippery with four-wheel drive on. Yeah, it got worse throughout the morning hours. I'm lucky I got into work at the time frame I did. Shout out to the Deerfield crews too. My drive up Smith Hill, which again, for those of you just tuning in, this is a view of our hill. Let's load it up here. This is where we drive up to get to work here. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit so you guys can see it. This is our roadway, which again was plowed, thankfully, this morning because, I mean, you've got a road way up on the hill in Deerfield, and the snow coming down at a good rate. It's not a good mix. So again, a big shout out to the DPW crews this morning. So again, this is the look at the roads early today. Oh, I did not go through our YouTube comments. Here we go. Someone goes, it's light snow in Utica. How much more snow expected for Utica? Again, I wish I could give you a good answer, but I mean, based off how the miles are showing here, I mean, I would say maybe another couple of inches at most as that band shifts north. It will be weakening though as at least the multi-lake band here gets cut off. So that's going to be the saving grace here. Actually, matter of fact, I'm seeing it happen in real time right now. Basically, let's go the last 3 hours. So there's that multi-lake setup. Now watch as it gets cut off. So beforehand, you see there? See how this is no longer influencing that snow band? That's going to have a major impact on the downstream effects here, causing that snowfall to be a lot less intense as it shifts north. So actually, I'm looking at this data in real time with you guys right now. This is a forecast that's happening on the fly. It looks like the snow is going to be letting up over the next few hours as that multi-lake setup begins to shift away. Shayla goes, what's travel going to be like at 10? A lot better at 10 o'clock than it is right now. I can tell you that. And then goes, is the thruway clear? From what I saw on the cameras before they went down, the thruway was pretty clear. There were a few snowy spots here and there, but at least compared to what it could be, you should have very little issues traveling on the thruway this morning. Deb goes, how's the manliest area? Let's go to our traffic tracker here. That's in the manliest. We've got, I mean, you got a few slowdowns here. I mean, you are basically right off the hills of Madison County heading down to East Syracuse. There are a few slowdowns here, some snow-covered roadways. And in fact, I think the snowfall is actually falling in that area right now. Let's take a look here. Actually, I stand corrected. It is shifting a bit north. But nonetheless, there are still some slowdowns in the Manlius area. Excuse me. So that's the latest information regarding the snowfall early today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email us, weather@wktv.com. or your best opportunity to get to reach out to us. We'll try to provide that for you. And then, of course, throughout the day, we'll be providing updates on the radar scans, everything you need to know. Keep in mind that tomorrow morning we may have a similar setup here with a lake effect band sweeping south again. So this could be another morning impact tomorrow. So either way, again, stay safe, guys, on your drive into work today if you have to go in. And that's about it. See you guys.